So we came up with two different initiatives. Coincidentally, our SOC folks have also thought cultural competence was a big need. So the first step is one of our senior ICCs is in the process of developing a comprehensive list of providers in the Cape who might speak another language or are from different ethnicities. We found one Spanish-speaking therapist, so we're very happy about that. So it's a work in progress, so that's the first step. The other initiative is we've come up with subcommittees run by the family partners and the ICCs, part of their supervision schedule on a monthly basis. And so we're going to be implementing that in August, hopefully.
Can you explain that a little bit more?
So basically, we have two staff meetings, one with just the ICCs and the other with ICCs and family partners. So during the meeting with the ICCs and family partners, we broke it down into different sorts of subcommittees. So one of them is cultural competence, the other is safety, trauma informed, and substance abuse. So the cultural competency will focus on kind of brainstorming different options of maybe having people come in to present on different cultures, things of that nature.
Can I just ask a question about that? So is that subcommittee responsible for meeting and brainstorming and then presenting to the rest of the group? Are they all full-time?
Yes. Or with the exception of the family partners, they're not all full-time.
Right.
But that's going to be done within the staff meeting. So they're not going to take extra time outside of that to come up with options.
And is it ongoing, or is it for a certain amount of time that you're going to have this?
Ongoing. And one of the seniors will be spearheading each subcommittee, so they'll be charged with coming up with an action plan after meeting with the ICCs and family partners.
So, James Rose from CCHIM. So we got together with our director and Barbara, and we was trying to come up with something that would get us into really thinking more about it, because we've been doing this for cultural competence ever since I've been working wraparound. So, and we've been doing this. I think every time we do something to have a score, our scores are very high in the area when we're doing this. So I just want to see if we can get back and just work regarding this. So Barbara said she's a family partner, so she had come up with a very good idea, because it was something that was going to look like something that we would have to do outside of all the other things that we already do. So what she talked about the piece about not having, so what it is, we have dyad, we have supervision, individual supervision, we have group, we have staff. So we have a lot of meetings. We have a lot of meetings, and we always get the feedback that it's cutting to our productivity. And so Barbara was very clever in coming up and saying, so how can we do this but not have something extra or take another day of doing something? So in diet supervision, which happens every Tuesday, we're going to do a pilot program where we incorporate the diet is overseen by the management staff and Dr. Yes. So what we're going to do is each supervisor, Dr. Vance, as the family partner and ICC is presenting the family, we're going to cue questions, have questions to cue in that will bring and talk about the family's preferences, their values, their culture, and this would kind of help us, come up with good solution as to business transition, or not even that, just if family, whatever the family's going through, whatever the needs and concerns are, that the culture piece can play a part into getting that person to move forward, or why are they stuck in some place that they're at, and you don't understand how we do everything, possibly as a team to support the family, but we're just not moving. So talk more about the culture of that family, the practices, the values, to see if we can help them move, along through needs. So we're going to do this in about the PowerPoint of about 4 months. We're going to collect some data and see that this is kind of evolved into helping the management team and diet help family partners in ICC, be more effective, more efficient in their teams and their meetings and engagement.
Okay. Okay, go ahead.
So we're from Children's Friend and Family Services up in Lawrence, and when we came back and met as a group with our director, we really talked about some of the things that we really enjoyed about the last group that we had here. And I think we really, really enjoyed as a team doing the circles of my multicultural self. And we talked about how we can use that both with staff, but also with families. So I think what we're going to do is we have quarterly staff meetings, which is site-wide. So we're actually going to do that as a site together, do that exercise as a group to kind of learn more about each other and learn how to be more sensitive, I think, as they discussed as well. We're also talking about implementing that with families when we start to work with families so that we can better understand what their family culture is and what the youth's culture is so that we can develop a stronger relationship and better working relationship with them. I'm trying to think if there's anything else.
So one of the things that we do as part of our intake packet is we do an assessment called the Strength, Need, and Cultural Discoveries. And we're hoping to incorporate that web. I call it a web, I'm sorry, that was from back in the teaching years. And use it to pull out the strengths because that's an area that we really struggle with our families. And I'm an ICC, so this is one of the things that we do on a daily basis. So we're hoping to use that web and to pull out strengths from individual family members and team members so that we can incorporate that and be able to write a much stronger, positive, and diverse, culturally diverse SNCD, so that that document can be used around and everyone knows the family more.
And I think that's something that, not just in our CSA, but in our in-home therapy and therapeutic mentoring outpatient, that we're also going to incorporate that into those other programs because I think it's something that we all struggle with as a site as a whole, is to have families explain what their strengths are and getting to know families and understanding them on a different level. So we are going to implement that site-wide as well.
And the purpose of doing it with the staff is to also build our own cultural sensitivity, let's say, so that we don't offend anyone without meaning to. The majority of the CSA staff are Hispanic. I think that almost everyone in our office, even mentors, and because we serve a Hispanic culture. And the other thing that we were looking into was having ongoing cultural diversity trainings in the site for everyone. Therapeutic mentoring, mentors, in-home therapy, individual therapy, and CSA.